Hi, welcome to Breaking the Panels. I'm Ashley, and this is my review of 2003's Daredevil, starring Ben Affleck, Jon Favreau, Jennifer Garner, Colin Farrell, and Michael Clarke Duncan, and is directed by Mark Steven Johnson. Now, this movie came out during a period of time that was completely inundated with superhero movies, specifically Marvel character-based movies, and even lesser-known characters, or characters that may not have been at the forefront of the public conscience, were getting a shot at the big time. Characters like Blade, the Punisher, Ghost Rider, and my favourite comic book character of all time, the Man Without Fear, Daredevil. Now, I went to see this movie back in 2003, and being a Daredevil fan even back then, I thought it was the best thing going. But of course, that was 15 years ago, and looking back for this movie review has proven bittersweet. 2003's Daredevil gets a lot right, but also features some major misses, like key elements of Daredevil lore missing from Matt's origin, like Stick, who features prominently in the Netflix series. And I wasn't mad on Kingpin's involvement with battling Jack's death. But what really left a bitter taste in the mouth was that park scene between Matt and Elektra. Sorry Matt, your secret is most definitely out of the bag thanks to that display. But like I said, there were some really good moments in this movie, and key elements of Daredevil lore featured, like Matt's faith. Some of the imagery concerning that element was straight out of the source material. I thought Ben Affleck done a great job as Matt Murdock, and as Daredevil. He'd done well with what he had to work with, and he had great chemistry with Jon Favreau's Foggy Nelson. And you know what? I really liked this portrayal of Foggy, and it would have been really interesting to have seen how he would have dealt with finding out about Matt's secret identity if a sequel had ever materialised. But in my heart of hearts, I know what this movie really suffered from, and that's overcrowding and introduction to too many iconic Daredevil characters in such a small space of time. Like key characters like Elektra, Bullseye, and Wilson Fisk were all shoehorned into this movie and tied together way too simply. And the casting for this movie, in some places, was less than desired. Colin Farrell as Bullseye captured certain elements of the character, but looked dreadful. And Elektra, played by Jennifer Garner, was not great casting in my humble opinion. She couldn't have been further from her comic book counterpart if she had tried. Having said this though, the movie did take a key piece of Daredevil canon and capture it absolutely perfectly between these two characters, an iconic scene that was straight from the pages of the source material. Well, with the exception of them costumes. And speaking of costumes, Daredevil's costume is very much of that period of time. To me, it felt like it was definitely inspired by the uniforms worn by the X-Men of that same era, though I would have liked to have seen it made from the same material as that of the Fantastic Four costumes. It's not all bad though, as it does feature the famous Daredevil Double D symbol, which is more than could be said for the Netflix series. I really liked Michael Clarke Duncan in this movie. He was really good as the Kingpin / Wilson Fisk. He was big, he was intimidating, and really showed off his comic book counterpart's ruthless streak. This movie contained lots of hat nods to past Daredevil creators, which I thought was lots of fun, and really highlighted the immense talents that have worked on the character throughout the years. The movie contained cameos from Kevin Smith, Frank Miller and Stan Lee, and name drops like David Mack and Brian Michael Bendis. To summarise, I really enjoyed going back and watching Daredevil. Well, the director's cut anyway. It was lots of fun, and like with most comic book movies, it has its good points and it has its bad points, but I don't think this movie deserves to be forgotten. You can enjoy the brand new Netflix series, which is absolutely incredible and in my opinion faultless, but you can watch this movie too and enjoy it nonetheless. Did you like Daredevil from 2003? Please comment below. Also remember to like and subscribe. You can find us all over social media at Breaking the Panels.